I'm muted. Hello. Good morning. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Elamao. Elamayo. I will drink you. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What the frick is happening? Guys, I just lost my body and I don't know why. I think it might be broken again. Hold on. I don't think we can do bun redeem. I don't think we can do bun toggle. All of my... Have you guys noticed that for the past few days, all of my redeems and everything is broken? And I'm not sure exactly why that's the case. Why is everything broken? Okay, no bun toggle. There's a lot of things that we gotta turn off. If I were to turn things off and turn things back on, do you think it would work? No, I don't think so. Oh, what a shame. 1 second. Now I have to fix everything. How's everyone doing, by the way? I can't see you guys right now. I actually can't see chat because I'm... One monitor problems. Boop, 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 boop. Where is it? Okay. There's a glitch in the system. There's a glitch in the system. We're back to normal. Body removal is a thing here, yes. The worst nightmares to come. It's like Saturday just started and then it's like you're seeing some sort of abomination on screen. I am so sorry. I am your sleep paralysis demon. Doing okay on the YouTube side. Good. Happy weekend. Fix the other two now? What's the other two? You're eating ice cream. One of you guys are eating ice cream. One of them is saying no. There's wrong category. There's no links. What do you mean there's no links? Is it wrong category? Is it not Enfield? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I think I might have jinxed myself, guys. I think it's probably because yesterday I was like, remember what I said? I would dream of a day where... I would dream of a day where there's gonna be, you know, no scuff. And then because I said that, the universe is like, alright, Ark, I'm gonna give you all the scuff in this world. Everything that we can think of. We're gonna shove it into this one stream. Yeah, it's Endfield Day. It is Endfield Day. So what else is there besides the category? It was just muted and it was no body. That's it, right? The links are working. The links should be working. Oh, is the commissions one not working? You know what? Oof. Here. Let's change things. Zeph also started his stream with scuff yesterday. I guess it's just a regular thing that streamers do. It's a regular streamer thing. So I shouldn't feel bad, right? Okay. Maybe it is a curse. Maybe it's something I passed down onto Zeph. That's probably what happened. It's because of me. It's contagious. Zeph came here yesterday, right? He came into my stream yesterday, and then all of a sudden, suddenly he is getting scuff. And then now we gotta pass on the train. We have to do it like Broken Telephone, except like, you know when you play Broken Telephone, that every single message gets more and more cut up? So instead of doing that, right, the scuff has to get more and more severe. So it's gonna end up to... all the scuff is going to be pushed towards one very, very unfortunate streamer who are going to experience every single scuff you can ever think of. I hope it's not me. I'm the starter of the scuff. I am the source. fix it up, mix it up. That is what it is. Anyways, today we are playing some Endfield. I need some coffee for this. Oh boy. What if it's a circle that comes back to you? Don't jinx it! Please! Please don't jinx it. It's not gonna be a circle. Never say that again. Ah. It's just gonna be an ongoing train. Actually, I shouldn't even be cursing someone here. I shouldn't be cursing anybody. I just be like, it should just end with me. You know what? Yeah, it should really just end with me, and then that's it. Also, who got first here? Let's see. Danish, congrats on getting first. Surely, Endfield would boot up scuff-free. I have learned my lesson. You know when they say that the more you fail, the more you learn from it? I've learned, so I already booted it up. Before this stream even started, I was like, I gotta test everything. Let me just boot up the game, make sure that it's showing up, boot up myself, make sure that I show up, boot up everything so that everything shows up. And I was like, there's no way, no absolute way I'm gonna experience any scuff on stream. And then something happened. And then the worst possible thing happened. It's like a funnel that flows back to Zark. No! That's not a funnel, that's just a loop. I'd be like Ouroboros eating my own tail. It's not even gonna get anywhere. It's just gonna be me scuffing up my stream, and then tomorrow is gonna be even more scuff, so it's just gonna go... It's not even gonna leave this section of Twitch or YouTube. It's just gonna stay within my own personal streams. 4 times scuff within 10 minutes. New record. Alright, can we beat that? So what do we have here? Okay, we got wrong category today, right? Wrong category. I was muted in the beginning. My body went missing. Redeems didn't really work. Links, one of the links didn't work. That's 5, right? How can we add on top of it? I guess it would be like stream title not set correctly, wrong thumbnail, wakes up late to stream, forgets about stream, randomly booting up a different game, exactly, audio issues, mic suddenly doesn't work, and then the game audio doesn't work. That could be, it could go up to 11. Removal of body was today. Yeah, that was already part of the 5. That was part of the 5. So we could go up to 11. All right, next time we're breaking the record. Are we ready for the Guinness World Record of VTuber scuff? VTuber issues like tracking? Yes. Thank you for the follow. And then, yeah, and then you lose internet for 20 seconds. I am average height. You're from Japan. You cannot speak. You cannot say that I am short, because that means that you're also short. Right? We're both very Asian here. I'm probably more Asian than you are, but still, I'm 5'11". From today onwards, you're gonna be 5'3". You're gonna be the same height as me. I curse you with shortness. See, okay, here's the thing. I'm already getting bad luck all of this morning. I'm gonna start cursing everybody here. Everybody here needs to be 5'3" from now on, right? If you're not, I'm removing a limb. Half a limb. Your calves. Do you sit with your feet up in the chair like a gremlin? I actually can't do that because I'm so inflexible. I absolutely cannot do that. I sometimes do the thing where I sit cross-legged, but I cannot sit like L from Death Note because my arms are too short and they can't reach my mouse and my keyboard. So it's just like me trying to stretch, and then my back will be like completely shrimped, and because I'm an old lady, I'm a hag, that I'm already experiencing a lot of back pains. With the back pains, it's gonna make that posture feel even worse. Like, my neck is already hurting from yesterday. We were doing an art stream yesterday, and it was hurting a lot. Have a good lurk, by the way. Small people jealousy or something? I don't know. Is that something that small people can do? Because I think it is, but at the same time, I can't do it. I can't do it. I also heard that there are some people out there who... Okay, this is not an Ark problem. This is not a me problem because I'm completely flat. But like girls with big boobs can absolutely not do that pose because there's like boobage in the way. So they just fall off. Like their legs will just fall off and they like need to stretch even more, like probably double the amount of my own stretching. Hello, Wiz, welcome in. So yeah, the gremlin pose is impossible for, I'd say, like 90% of the population. Thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome in. Imagine not having back pain for the most of your life. Couldn't... Yeah, you're right. I'm always experiencing back pain. When am I not experiencing back pain? Some of you guys have told me to go to like a masseuse. But I'm too scared to. I'm the type of person that never leaves the house. So I'm gonna be real with you guys right now. My anxiety could never. I'd be like, you're not touching me. See, I can't even, like, I feel uncomfortable with even my friends touching me. Like, I don't like hugs. Like, don't hug me. Don't touch me. Don't, don't be in my personal space. So if it's like a stranger that's giving me a back rub, I'd be like, no, not here. I don't like handshakes. I do it because it's professional. Like, I've learned how to do the good handshake from working in corpo, from being in a corporate setting. I've learned to do a good handshake. But like, even still, I'm like, if you're not gonna offer me a handshake first, I won't do it. That's just how it is. I ain't doing it. Thank you for the head pat. We don't learn it here. Everybody, like, okay, this is what I've noticed, right? That a lot of people do really, really bad handshakes. Like, the best handshake is the type where it lasts like a quick second and you give them a good squeeze. Don't pull. I've seen so many people, like, the guys are like, yeah, I'm like the dominant alpha male, whatever people call them these days, right? They're like, yeah, I'm gonna shake your hand and I'm gonna squeeze for like more than 2 seconds and then pull. And I'm like, no, that's the worst. Don't do that. And then there's like some girls out there who like give you a handshake, but like they're barely gripping and their hands feel like spaghetti. And sometimes their hands are really cold too. And it's like, what am I holding on to? You know what I mean? Like, though, we have like the two different sides of the spectrum. The wet lettuce shake. Yes, that is what it is. We got the wet lettuce shake on one hand, the noodle hand, and then we got like the super dominant aggressive pulling, the tug of war. So you have to be like somewhere right in the middle, and that is a good handshake, by the way. If you guys ever want to do a good handshake, if you need to go into an interview, right, for a corporate setting, you're like, I need to get this office job. That is how you do it. Be right in the middle. I prefer gentle handshakes, honestly. You need to show that you are confident in the handshake as well. Gentle handshakes are like, like one of those really creepy touches where people are like, let me hold on to your shoulder, right, for a photo or whatever, but they're not really touching your shoulder and they're kind of just like, their hand is shaking there and it's like semi-hovering, but you can still feel their hand there. It's kind of like that, and it gives me like a little bit of an ick. So I'm sure if I do that, then like some other people might also feel the same thing. But who knows? That's just a me thing. The two-hander when telling them how pretty they are. Oh my god! I've had one experience where some guy was giving me a handshake and then he starts caressing my hand and I'm like, don't do that. Do not do that. Don't, like, it's not just a two-hander. It's like two-hander and then he proceeds to like maneuver his hands around, right? And I'm like, yeah, don't stop touching me. There's been a lot of icky ones out there. Give a handshake, use the other hand to run through your hair, Giga Chad. I'm not sure about that one. Ew. The hydraulic press is also really bad. I have small hands, so I don't think they can try, but my hand kind of just folds. Like, my hand kind of just folds vertically. Does that make sense? So, like, no matter how hydraulic press, how much of a pressure you give to my hands, they don't really... Like, I have no bones in my hands. Or more like it's all bone. Anyways, enough of that. We are playing Endfield today. I don't think that makes sense. So, okay. Before we get to the game, okay, let me just explain myself a little bit. So, you know how your hands can fold vertically by, like, you know, bending your fingers downwards, right? My hands can do this other thing when I can fold my hands vertically so that it's like very, very thin. So that all of my fingers are kind of like hidden behind my middle finger. Does that make sense? Yeah, like my hands are really small, so I can do that and kind of just like, it doesn't fold, you know, it's not that much, but like it's very, it can fold a lot is what I'm trying to say. The other way, not just the finger bending downwards way, but like inwards. Inwards into itself. What the hell? Okay. We're moving on to a different screen now. We're moving on to Endfield. Ah. Not the don't stop touching me. Okay, where is it? Here we are. Here we are. Endfield. Today we're going to be trying out the Endgame content. I am not there yet, by the way. I am not Endgame. All of my operators are not max level yet, but we can still do it. It's kind of like, have you guys played any other action RPG gacha game? Like, there's always a mode at the end where you have to try to, it's like tower climbing, right? YouTube's delayed by a few seconds. It is, gross man. I can't help with that just because what's going on is that Twitch is my main stream and then YouTube mirrors Twitch. So like, if there's a delay on Twitch, there's gonna be even bigger delay on YouTube. So it goes through a tunnel. So it goes from like me, my OBS, to Twitch, and then to YouTube. Instead of like splitting to YouTube and to Twitch. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. I apologize for the delay. The endgame content is fun. Have you tried it? Alright, let's do this. Where is it? Where's my game? Where's chat? One monitor problems. Oop. Alright. Wait, I have mail. What does that mean? Fortune connecting with... Oh, this is the, so for New Year's, I think they're giving us, like, free stuff. Use this to get a shit ton of gacha currency. Anyways, I'm going to ignore some of these for now. I don't even know how to access it. Let's go into the event. The ang pao, the hong bao. Not this one. It is called Monumental Etching. Old Wounds. And we gotta unlock it first. So first go to the hub base and talk to logistics operators. Sergio? Alright, let's go. You have beat it? You've beat Endgame? The Endgame of Endfield. I'm impressed. Or more like, I feel like most people who have been playing Endfield are probably there right now. I'm just very casual. Sergio Leon. Alright, let's go. I could have ziplined, but whatever. I really like the difference between, you know, going in here and going here. Because I would imagine the floors in this building, because they're white, right? That it would be covered in mud just because there is pretty much a factory construction zone outside. But that is not the case. I walked right past it. Where is it? Where's my dude? Hello? Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy. Is he like upstairs? He's upstairs. I've never been upstairs before. Wait, this is really freaking cool. Unrecorded letter for the family. Mom, Dad, you were right. I got official job at Valley site of Endfield Industries. My colleagues are really cool and they take care of newbies. Valley Fort is safe and super safe. I don't think this place will ever get attacked by Agaloid host. Not in 100 years. Are you sure about that? No need to worry about me. How did the letter turn up here? How are your allergies today? They're really bad. I was sneezing all morning, but I think they are a little bit better now. I realized, I learned something that, you know, the angloids or the agaloids, they're pronounced as angloids. Even though there's no N in there. And it's because it's based off like a Latin word or something like that. Endman, I'm so glad you came. I'm Sergio Leon from Logistics. I invite every Enfielder, but I never expected that you'd be the first to respond, Endman. I've completed my first series, the Umbral Monument. Your horns are sticking out of your hat, my dude. Are there holes in there? What is this Umbral Monument? Let me give you a quick intro. I come from a family of filmmakers. Before joining Endfield, I was a director myself. My parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, even great-great-grandparents were all famous directors. You could easily spot their names in Rankwood as far back as the Age of Terra. But they only produced commercial flicks for base entertainment. None of their works depicted the true glory of heroes who face suffering without fear. Unlike heroic depictions that cater to mass entertainment, I admire the strength that springs from truth and the courage born of real life and death struggles. That's why I gathered real-life experiences from field operators to film my movies. I felt the somber weight of every battle I actually fought. I now have the materials that can finally bring justice for the heroes, but I hope they can be properly evaluated. A heroic film deserves a heroic audience, and none is more fitting than you, Enman. So please, if you have a moment, how about an immersive dive of my first series, Umbral Monument, adapted from the real-life experiences of our field operators. This is for a movie. Oh, that's why it looks like a movie poster. Oh, that's really freaking cool. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's go. Survive the gas. They're all level 60. Oh boy. Okay. Ballista and axe. You know what? I'm just gonna go with the first one. Recommended operator level 60. The massive factory belched a thick, noxious exhaust from its pipes. Who is trying to hide their secrets here? Draw your steel and raise those shields! Let howl the tusked beasts of war and heat up the haze. Alright, Mist continuously deals damage to all operators. When the controlled operator receives HP treatments, the other teammates also receive 70% of that treatment. I think this might be okay, right? Right? We're beyond. We are beyond level 60. I think we might be okay. I really want to switch Ember to Catcher. I really do.
All set and ready. Awaiting your command.
If you need cover in logistics,
we are at level 60.
You can lead them to me.
It says level 60.
Hi, Endman. Oh, the weather is so lovely today.
Level 60 is the minimum requirement, so this team here should be fine. We got our Fizz team. I need to level up Catcher. I need to get him to level 90. Oh, the mist is scary. Maybe I need a healer here. Because mist deals continuous damage, right? It's gonna be like freaking Ark Knights. Oh, we can use items here? Alright, okay. Forgot how to play this game, guys. Here it is. Here. Oh yeah, this is definitely fine. So I didn't even need Catcher's shield there. Alright. Let's go for another combo. Okay, this guy's dead. I feel like there's never a time where I really need Catcher's shield. I said that and then like I got hit. I got smacked. There's only a little bit HP left. This feels like a heal check, no? You dropped Endfield after 2 days because you missed playing OG Ark Knights? I haven't played OG Ark Knights in a while now too, even with the Ave Musica event that's going on, and I love Bang Dream, by the way. I used to play all the time. But then something happened. And here, I still am not playing Endfield every single day. What's happening here? Okay, he's... Oh. It is very satisfying. You're right. What's really satisfying is using Catcher's, This is why I have Catcher. This is why I use Catcher over Ember. Oh, you know what? That's really satisfying. Hog's last skill. I think this is okay, guys. Even though I am dying, do we need a healer? I think it's that ping, right? It's the ping that sounds really freaking good. Oh, ouch. Big ouchies.
Might see.
And they might die here. She's out of healing. So I just need to deal a little bit more damage. Oh, there we go.
In any case, we still completed the mission of...
Okay, I didn't die. That wasn't too bad. Mark of Perseverance. I haven't found the chance to ever use any of that yet, but they have given me so many. That was close, yeah, that was very close. Still not has good grammar because Ricardo from Limbus Company? Because of Ricardo? What did Ricardo do to your grammar? So this is like challenge mode. But for Endfield. It's like challenge mode Ark Knights, but for Endfield. That's pretty cool. Unlocks agony mode as well as new challenges and uses to switch to agony mode. I don't... Oh. Level 90, guys. I don't think I can do this. We're not going to attempt this at all. I feel like, if anything, the enemy's AI probably won't change because it is a action RPG, but in fact, it will just add HP on top of their already, like their existing health bar. So yeah, we're not gonna try that. It's just gonna be smacking them over and over again, doing the exact same thing. Alright, unorthodox tactics. The comm device gave piercing screeches as drones crashed into the ground, and the landbreakers turned to look as they mumbled desires for blessings and vengeance. Behind them stood tall, shadowy figures amongst the forest of den stacks. Tall, shadowy figures like titans? Enemies cannot move, but they're hard to interrupt and continuously gain attack. What? Are they like defense towers?
I am ready to
Let's
go.
try it with the same team. Let's give it a go. Actually, I'm gonna switch out Catcher for... Oops, for... Ember. I need it to be... I have muscle memory, so Ember has to be second, and then we're gonna go with this. Just because Catcher's... I like his defense, but he doesn't give me as much attack. Us high-fiving? I could high-five you. Hi, Blight. 5-minute doodle request. Alright. You know what? I forgot to turn that off, but I will give you your doodle request after stream. Let me turn that off. Where is it? Alright. I post all of the doodles. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're good. That's my fault. I post all my doodles on Discord in the downloads channel in case you guys ever want to find them. So they will be posted there. I got a notif that I had enough points and I clicked the stream. I used to have that always. I used to have that constantly on, but it was at 10k. So that after stream, I would just do a quick doodle and send it on Discord. So it's kind of like having that back. Send more doodles. Maybe one day we will bring back the 10k.
I'll lead the tactical brief.
Full tank team for the memes? There was a timer, by the way. There is a timer. I'm pretty sure. Which means that the time, yeah, there's a 10-minute timer and it's going to run out. Okay, let's start the combo. There it is. So that's one down. Yeah, they really don't move. So what I'm trying to do here is just to spam hogs E whenever possible because he does, without any combos right now, he does generate more SP for the team. There we go. Big damage. This feels like a DPS check, but I'm not sure. Do it again. And right after the giant crystallization, I use what's it? Enmin's battle skill for the big damage. Alright, here it is. There it is. Big damage.
Your end awaits.
This is just to survive. You get more than enough time to complete this. So as long as we kill, like all 19 enemies, right? Then we're done. Okay. Get a shield, because there's no more healing now. I hate how these guys are really... Because they are dealing ranged attacks. I can't tell when they are hitting me. Oh, everyone's most hated monster in the open worlds. These guys. Whenever you're trying to collect stuff. And they just appear out of nowhere. And we're gonna do that. Again! Oh!
Once known, be dead.
I may need a healer for these fights. Like, I really do.
No second chance.
That was the worst time to use Pog's skill. He got hit immediately after. That was bad. We need to kill things fast. Oh wait, so... Oh! I think this is also a really close call.
A little too close.
Pugo! Thank you for the follow. The annoying AoE attack where they shoot toxins? Did they do that? I haven't touched this game in like a long while. If someone asked, would you still love me if I was a worm and my Enfield worm PTSD flares up? Any mention of a worm? Like, it doesn't even have to be if you love me if I was a worm. It's just like, hey, you want to go fishing? Here's some worm bait. And then suddenly you go, ugh. Ugh, Enfield PTSD. Oh, the dot puddle. That's the one. That would be really annoying if we had that in unorthodox tactics in the fight that we just did. Just because they all stand still, right? So now you're like stuck in the dot puddle. And you're continuously taking damage, and it's just gonna be another survive the gas. It's gonna be like the first fight that we just did. Now I'm thinking, should I level a healer? The Bone Crusher warriors eviscerated the weak and stood atop the platform with axe and ballista raised. Defeat them and lay both ancient suffering and newfound ambition to the dust. Hero? How did he earn this title? The two elite enemies will fight as a team. Is this going to be like Code Vein having two bosses on the same arena? Have fun? Is this gonna be... This doesn't sound like fun. Hi, Ko, welcome in. Alright, let's try it.
In position and standing by.
Now I am thinking that I should... I'm gonna use catch again. I can't time Ember's thing well. It doesn't feel as satisfying. I don't know why.
Let's hope this mission is
We're doing
decently
this again.
planned and involves less risks.
You know who would have been really good for the previous fight? Gilberta. The fact that like she can just deal her AoE like right in the middle of the arena, I think that would be really freaking good. Why are you arcing me? Hey, hey Danish, hey, hey, hey Danish, hey.
War
Hey.
is never about mercy.
I
Hey.
shall fulfill my role of support.
Alright. What? What is going on here? What's going on? They suck you in? I hate that so much. Okay. Alright, okay. Ow. Oh. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, is that also, okay, that's a dot puddle right there too. That's good to know. I don't have any more healing, guys. Really don't. Ooh. Here, Pog. That was a little late. Yeah, don't walk in there. My goodness. Is big suck. Ah! Oh, these things are so annoying. Okay, he's almost dead. Oh boy! I need more gauge. I need more gauge. Because now I'm just spamming battle skills, it seems like. I've never seen that before. So it's not continuous. I thought it was like both at the same time, but it's not. It's like, unless that's agony. I can imagine if it's like agony mode and they're like, all right, we're gonna put both of them on the screen in the same fight, in the arena, all at the same time. Come on, all of the ultimates are almost available now. Okay, no, they are now. There it is. Big damage, please, before Edmund dies.
Your end awaits.
Okay, shield, that's gonna hit. Ah, never mind. Maybe if I didn't have the shield there, I would have died.
Once known, be dead.
Oh, get out of there. Is that it? Oh, now both of them? Oh, okay, calm down. Oh. Thank you, Catcher. Catcher saved my life. This is why we have Catcher here. Okay, I understand now why you guys were like, yeah, good luck, man. I'm scared. Oh, he got a rage. Okay, he's rage too. Ew, Pog mixed. I don't like this. No, please. You know what? It's fine. Oh wait, 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 oh wait. Wait, I'm trying to remember what I'm doing here. Is my skill not working? It should be. Maybe I was just late. There we go. Okay. Oh! I'm still getting hit regardless. I think Catcher was doing much better by himself than me controlling him. Okay, you know what? This is fine. We're just gonna keep spamming battle skills. Come on. Come on, Pog. You're almost there. Get out of there. Maybe I should be killing one at a time. Maybe I should be killing the ranged unit. Okay. Okay. We're almost there. We got this, Chen. We got this. Again. So, oh my god.
Victory bears its price.
Okay, I was fine. But that was very close. That was the closest one that we've had so far. Poggy Woggy to the rescue. It really was. I was sweating, guys. I'm sweating. Hands, palm sweaty, arm spaghetti. I love my mom's spaghetti. She puts like ground beef. She takes the store-bought tomato sauce and then she like enhances it. All right. Is that all of them that we have right now? I'm pretty sure there should be more. View event. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow, look at that. The sheer percentage of damage taken between themselves, so it's best if you hit both at the same time when they're both on the field. Oh, that's good to know. Coming soon is part 2. Challenge any Umbral Monument stages 5 times. Challenge those forsaken by the land in agony mode 1 time. So if I don't clear it, do I still get the rewards? Which one was that one? So, okay, no, this one, the entire thing here, those forsaken by the land, so it's any of these. The first one wasn't too bad. But with a continuous healing, or sorry, continuous damage, I think I might try. I don't think I can beat this. Level 90 variant. I don't think I can beat this.
Ready to break camp on command.
But
Whatever comes next better be memorable.
yeah, but what
Let's
if?
move. War never ends. We can only march on.
Ready for a really long trip?
I do need a healer. Challenge mode. Challenge makes it sounds like you don't need to clear, but I don't know. Okay, you know what? I need some sort of...
Still waiting for something?
I need this right now. I need healing. Okay, hold on. Let me grab some healing materials first. And then we will try it. Oops, I doubt we can clear it, but we can at least try, right? You can't use items in agony, so there's no point. Okay, okay. Okay, never mind then. Then let's just go in. That's the battle pass. Event? Is this one? Is there a way to like access it without... I need more stories and materials. Oh, there it is. So the second one.
Ready for a really long trip?
Okay, this is gonna be the team. I'm a little bit terrified, but you know what? I'm gonna try believing. I don't think I can do it, but I will try believing anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm like not doing much damage at all. But Gilberta really is helping. With the list especially. Let's do it again. There we go. There we go. There we go. Big damage, please. This is why we, and then one more big damage. Maybe Gilberta would have been better for this team in general. Woo! Oh yes, I love seeing big numbers. We should have just kept this instead of using Chen.
Your end awaits.
Do it again, Gilberta. I believe in you. Oh yes, we love to see it. We love to see it. Oh yes. Every time I see a number that's like bigger than 10,000, I'm like, oh hell yeah. Okay. Let's bring them together again. Let's freaking go. Ooh, ooh, 20K. Oh boy. Oh! Sorry, that's so freaking nice. This is my Gilberta best girl, by the way. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, let's go. Everybody's altar up. Here we go. Ember's about to die. Girl, what are you doing? So they do feel a little bit tankier, but at the same time, because of the bigger damage that Gilberta is doing for me, it doesn't feel as bad. In fact, if anything, it feels a little bit better. Oh shit, I'm about to die here. We haven't even got to the worms yet. So, if anything, I'm just taking a bit more damage. I don't know if I can suck these guys in. Yeah, these guys aren't sucking. Okay, so I just might die here. I might do it. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the part where I die. This is why we don't like worms. This is why we all have worm PTSD. Girl's like all the way back here. Even as a ranged, this was like her worst because all of these guys here are ranged. Yeah, timer's gonna run out before I'm able to do anything. Anyways. Definitely not dead yet, Ark. Not dead, but I'm dealing baby damage. I'm dealing like 100 damage, 200 damage each with Gilberta's basic skills. So I'm barely denting them. I'm not gonna waste my time here waiting for the 5 minutes to be over. Danish, I'm gonna strangle you. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate, Moogie. So I can sort of see why this would be fun. It's not really like tower. It's not like tower climb like all of the other endgame content that we have. And this, honestly, it doesn't really feel like endgame. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. It just feels like another challenge that they might add to, right? I don't know, with every update, they might try to make all of the enemies harder. But when I think of endgame, I actually think of roguelike. Because that's the part where it keeps the player's attention for most of it. And plus, you can, like every time you go in it, you can try a different strategy. Right? It's just another challenge. Is this the end game that they mentioned that they were going to release? Yeah, exactly, like early Spiral Abyss. And that's one of my critiques for Spiral Abyss for Genshin is that every update that they have for Spiral Abyss just feels like they're adding more HP sponges as enemies. And I'm like, that's not really fun because now it's just like trying to attack a training dummy to see how much damage you can do. And if all of the enemies are going to stay the same, then it's going to be... There's no variation to it, right? Have you tried the Aberrant Edge Space Salvage? You know what? I actually only went in there for the first... to unlock the first door. I haven't done anything outside of that, so no, not really. Yes, yes, and no. Shall we try that now? That feels a little bit more like endgame. I'm gonna start ignoring you, Danish. Where is it? To Dijon. What does OMV stand for? Does anybody know? Okay, we're gonna go here. What's the fastest way? Go here first. Pin it or make me a mod? What are we pinning? No backseat spoiler foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Ark will ask if she needs it. You know what? Thanks. I will pin it. I will be asking a lot though. For this stream. Where is it? No one's getting banned if you backseat here. I just want to let you guys know. As long as you do it respectfully. The issue with all the content currently is that it's finite. It also doesn't contribute to the overall gameplay. I have to agree with that. There hasn't been much that has really caught my eye yet. Because so far, what is magnetizing people to play the game is the factory, right? I don't think they can really expand on factory much outside of what we already have, because if they do, people are gonna get mad. Because imagine optimizing your factory and like introducing new features and new ingredients and new characteristics to it. And then people are like, well, now I gotta destroy my entire factory and rebuild it from scratch again. Because that's what's been happening for, you know, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but like throughout Valley 4, the beginning, right? We optimize it to a certain extent, and then suddenly it's like, oh, here's a new ingredient, or here's a new building. Now you need new gear, and you're like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me just delete half of the factory that I just made to make room for like the other stuff. So me too. I'm waiting for a new update. I was expecting a little bit more from Umbral Monument. New regions equals new factories. We need new regions. I think so too. I would like to talk to you about your experience as an average player later, for reasons of submitting it to the devs. I mean, I can totally talk about it right now. And you can clip it if you want. View commissions and exploration support tech. But that's also why we have a survey, right? Alright, so I haven't gone through a lot of these yet. There's a second expansion. Enter the valley's aberrations and go even deeper. So, what are these? Container expansion ship 2. Protocol stabilization ship 2. Game comes out 4 weeks ago and players are like, where's the content? I think it's probably because everyone's been rushing through it. Like, I still haven't done this story yet. I haven't completed Wuling. I'm taking my goddamn ass time. I'm like super casual. But it's still... When do you say would be the best time to release endgame content? Because even though they do mention that this is endgame content, it doesn't feel like it's endgame content. You know what I mean? It feels like Spiral Abyss, which is technically endgame content, but it's not good endgame content. You should play Factorio again. Do it. The only one stopping you is yourself. You know what? Let's do this. Set as goal. But key commission. We might as well just go in with this. Enter the valley's aberrations. Alright.
In position and
So I know that
standing
there's
by.
a lack of healing here. And the person best with this team is probably going to be Ardelia. With the 2, what is it? Corrosion? The nature? Yeah, the nature effect. So goodbye, Ember. Who do we put up there? Let's do this.
I've readied the prospecting tools, Professor.
It feels like Genshin meets Satisfactory for employed people. I think that's a good comparison. You think it's important to have some endgame at the start to give players like that a goal? I can't help but to compare this game with OG Ark Knights. Just because they're both Griffline. And the thing that I think that...
Stable. Good. Adjusting device parameters did not trigger any unexpected changes.
That Ark Knights does really well is integrated strategy. And even annihilation mode. Like... Annihilation mode feels really rewarding because it gives you a lot of gacha currency by the end of it, and it actually feels like a challenge, right? And they keep releasing new ones every single time. But I think it's like integrated strategies where the end game for Ark Knights really shine, because I, as a casual player, I don't log into Ark Knights every day. I don't care for grinding. I don't care for dailies at all. But whenever I need a break, sometimes I just log into Ark Knights and I go, all right, let me just play integrated strategies, which is essentially a roguelike, right? And you can grind in integrated strategies as well. There's a skill tree for it. So if there is something like that in Endfield, I feel like perhaps it would do well, but I don't know how it's going to translate into an action RPG type gameplay. But I love the idea of a skill tree. Kind of like Mirror Dungeons from Limbus Company, except I do think that if they were to add unlockables in Mirror Dungeons, right, like a skill tree unlockable, it would be a lot more fun. What type of gameplay is OG Ark Knights? It's defense, tower defense. They got more creative with tower defense game mode over time. It took a couple of years before we started to get more game modes outside of CC. You know what would have been really great? That if they added to Ark Knights, that I don't know. Okay, anybody who's played the beta could tell me if this is a thing, but having the ability to summon towers in the middle of a battlefield. Because that's Endman's entire gimmick, right? That's Endfield's entire gimmick, is to build machines. It's literally a tower defense. It was based off a tower defense game. So if we're able to do that, I think it would elevate. Yeah, just like the tutorial, exactly. Like we were able to do that in the tutorial, and I was like, oh, this is a cool mechanic that we can do, and I kind of expected that to happen throughout the entire game. I thought that was going to be like an integrated part of the gameplay, but then like it was only in the tutorial. And then for us to actually build towers in the open world, we had to switch to a different mode. And it's not really part of the action, right? Maybe in the future, hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers. I really am. Hi, Chigs. Good morning. How are you doing? Happy weekend. We're going through, we just entered this place, by the way. Yeah, you can do it, but like not in a fight. Like I remember trying to do it, and they're like, "You're currently in a fight. You can't build anything." And I'm like, "Oh well, that kind of sucks." Can you talk about this story a bit? I probably mentioned this in previous streams, but I have major gripes with the story. I feel like it is really weak in the storytelling aspect. Sorry, the narrative aspect. But I love the world building and I love the lore. Like that stuff doesn't really need to change. I love the fact that you can go into the profiles of every single operator and read about them, right? Through their profile. But we need to see some of that in the actual story as well. Of course, I understand that it can be kind of convoluted if they were to randomly add character stories in there, because they're trying to push like just one story going forward, but I would love to see more character dynamics. The enemies don't really have much of a goal. It seems like we don't know what it is. There's a lack of a hook. That's why I'm not interested in the enemies at all, because I'm like, I don't care for you. You're not telling me what you're doing here. You're not telling me why you're here, right? Like I said, I can't help but compare this to OG Arknights, because in the very beginning of the Arknight story, in OG Arknight story, we had the reunion, and they told us what their goal was from the very beginning. Like, we know why they were there. And we kind of had a common enemy, but not really. So they were still relatable as enemies, and they weren't like, you know, unga bunga, I don't have any intelligence type enemies, because that's what it feels like here. And you're like, well, what's the difference between just having the landbreakers and having like random monsters with no thoughts in their heads? Because there really is no difference. It's gonna be like going out there and killing snails in Maple Story, or like killing mushrooms in Maple Story, where it's like, I don't care for the mushrooms, I don't care for the snails, I don't care for the landbreakers. But if there was some sort of, if they had, you know, intelligence, if they had like bigger stakes, and if we knew about them, then I think it would hook me in a lot more. I found the character stories more interesting than the main story. That's exactly it, because we want to relate to the characters. To the characters introduced, or like any of the operators, right? Like for me, my favorite part of Endfield in the story was actually going through the profiles, was reading that, was going through the archives, or reading the archives. And I enjoyed that aspect so much more than going through the main story. The landbreakers are very much, we attack you because chaos. Exactly. Like there's no, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. One of my favorite antagonists, or actually all of my favorite antagonists in stories, because I was just thinking about one specific game, but no, for every single game I've played so far, when it came to the antagonist, they all had one common trait. And it was the fact that they weren't evil for the sake of being evil. Like they had a goal that was to do good for something else that they believed in, right? So in a way, they were still evil, but yeah, evil with purpose, with a lot of purpose. So like think of Emmett Selk from Final Fantasy XIV, where he's doing all this stuff in order to save his own world. Like he's being evil because he needs to save his world. But I actually think that the antagonists in Endfield might have that purpose in mind. We just don't know about it. So if they gave us that hook from the very beginning, I would have been a lot more invested. I would have been like, you know, I would have like stopped playing the game, like, you know, taking a break from the game. Every time I take a break, I'd be thinking about the story, because I'd be like, you know, there's morals at play, there's ethics at play, there's things to think about, right? But these days I've been taking a break from Endfield and not thinking about the game at all. Like I wouldn't think about the story because it just doesn't hook me. Emmett is peak villain. He really is. I love him so much, even though he was villain. Like that's why Joker is such a beloved villain of DC Universe too. I think that's another one where he's got like a really, I would call it, I don't know if it's called, if I can call it tragic, but it's more like a relatable backstory. Yeah, some more Neferith lore would be great. What's the other guy's name? Forgot his name. The white-haired dude. If we got more lore from him as well. We just need some sort of hook, you know what I mean? So there's still potential there. I'm not saying there's no potential, but there's still potential there as long as we get that hook. Ardashir, that was his name. I called him something else because I could never remember his name. Yeah, pretty cane boy. Anyway, this place feels a bit more open now.
Oh, I can't really tell from the data acquired from the basic scans.
What do you think about the side quests for all 4 available characters? I would love to see more character-to-character interaction. Because right now it's kind of like Endman interacting with one character. Which is fine on its own. But I think where stories shine and where characters shine is when there are more character dynamics between other characters. There are 2 arcs in the string. Hi, Salithan. Yeah, there are. That's where Arknights does really well because you get to see different operators interacting with each other where the Doctor's not even there. Doctor's not even there. You're not playing as Doctor in Arknights, in OG Arknights, but you're looking at the story of this one character interacting with the world around them and with other characters as well, right? So I would, even though we are playing as Endmin, I would love to see other characters in stories. And that's how you grab a fan base as well. Like, have you noticed the biggest fan bases are the ones that are creating shipping, OCs, but like shipping stories, comics, dojins. They're drawing character interacting with other characters. They're creating fanfics that do that because the game gives them that foundation. They're like, here is some sort of character dynamic with, we see that in Genshin as well. What's his name? The 2, Al-Haytham and his roommate, right? The moment they introduced those 2, right? The Fujos went crazy, right? And suddenly it's like the game got popular from like whatever I've seen because there was so much character dynamic between those 2. The Gilberta K-drama vibe felt really out of place. Well, from serious talk about self-identity memories to a full-blown K-drama scene, I actually didn't play through her story because I was a little bit disappointed with Yvonne's, what is it? No, you're talking about Gilberta. I didn't play Yvonne's. I kind of liked Gilberta in a way that it did feel like a K-drama because there was a lot of emotion. It was really freaking cute. But still, yeah, Kaveh, that was his name. Kaveh and Al-Haytham. But it was still missing the character dynamic and the character interactions that I wanted. Right? It feels like Wuthering Waves all over again, where it's like Endmin and Endmin's harem. Or like Rover and Rover's harem. I want more. I don't care about Endmin's relationship with everybody, even though it's cool. We're treating Endmin too much of like a main character, even though she kind of is.
Understood. Let's get started.
Completing the commissions or missions that is kind of annoying. The beginning part of it for Gilberta. I think every single player values the story a little bit differently. Yeah, the Endmin glazing, I don't enjoy it too much. I really don't enjoy it too much. I really liked OG Arknight's Doctor, the way that they presented Doctor, where like a lot of the cast hated him. And I was like, yes, give me more of that.
Let's keep it down and give the Endmen some quiet.
Disappearance
Please.
of the unknown obstacle confirmed. My hypothesis is indeed correct.
Oh, you're talking about the Endgame exploration and not Gilberta operators missions you guys are talking about? Oh, Blue Banana. Nice name, by the way.
Scanning the new environment. Great. I've picked up a reading with similar signal properties some distance away.
I think my opinion
Let's
of the Endmin glazing might be a lot different from
as much useful data as
other
we
people
can.
though, because I did hear that some people complained that there wasn't enough glazing. And I don't understand it. Like, to me, maybe if you treat Endmin as a self-insert, then probably, but I don't really. Right? Endmin's her own character. I really don't like self-inserts. I hate self-inserts so much. Oh shoot, I have to... You want me to kill these things? Alright, okay. At least it's fast.
Ready to strike. Ready to strike.
Alright, is it dead?
Every victory bears its price. Hold dear what you've learned, but don't forget.
This is why Dante is the GOAT and not a self-insert. I agree. Dante, not a self-insert. Doctor from Arknights, OG Arknights, not really a self-insert. That's why they're such great characters. They've got like massive flaws as well. I love the fact that Dante has no idea what the hell he's talking about half the time. That's how you write a main character,
Stay
guys.
alert. The enemy there is strong.
Not a character that's like, you know, they're the best at everything, they're so smart, they can do everything. It's not well liked, they're boring. Give me problems. Give me flaws. Give me flaws with the main character specifically. Dante's trying his best, he really is, and that's why I love him so much.
Be extra careful.
Derangement
That
level
enemy
is
looks
going
really dangerous.
up. Find collect keys for 1 out of 5. I only found 1. And we're almost at 600. They're gonna kick me out. Where's the next one? I just don't know where it is.
Derangement isn't looking good right now. Our next action should be well calculated.
I can tell. I can tell. I'm about to get kicked out. How does this work? Oh. Okay. Alright. Give me a flawed MC that tries their best to become better. Natsuki for Subaru. I love Subaru. I agree with you. I feel like he has... Oops. I'm gonna kill that door too. Like, I know a lot of people have gripes with Subaru, but I think he's very
Probability is
human.
starting to break down. End the operation and return at once.
Do these doors stay open later? Do I have to kill them again? Is there a current metrics? Do I use up currency or any sort of gauge or any sort of currency to go in here? People who say Subaru is weak and dumb makes me seethe genuinely. I think he's pretty strong for, you know, dying over and over again and experiencing all that trauma. I don't think I would ever be able to step in Subaru's shoes. I haven't watched season 2, by the way. I only watched season 1. Like, after season 1, I needed a break, and then I watched Amelia's movie, and I was like, alright, time for a break from ReZero.
Hi, Endman. Oh,
Ark, please continue. Which one would you say is the best season of ReZero? 3 seasons are out now, right? It's hard to because I love Rem so much. You don't understand. I was gonna go into season 2, but like Rem's still like unconscious. She's still in coma. And nobody remembers her. And I'm like, you can't do this to my girl. I can't do it. So yeah, you start season 2 with tragedy. I don't need this. Do I just follow the green dots? That's gonna heal my derangement,
approach
right?
with caution.
Oh shit, I don't need this. I'm trying to find the keys. The orange, right? The orange is where I need to go. It's this way. Writers hate their characters. I love the fact that they do hate their characters, though. It's great. Where are we going? Alright, there's another one down there.
Search the zone.
Oh.
The key should be nearby.
So bringing that down is good. And then how do I get down there? Do I go? Okay, I have to go up there first. This is like a maze, guys. This is really a maze.
Energy reaction detected. The key should be nearby.
The key should be nearby, but... How do I use this? How do I unlock this door? I did something last time, and I don't remember exactly what I did. Shoot. Oh, shoot. If I jump here, I am going to fall to my death.
Be extra careful. That enemy looks really dangerous.
You know what? We're gonna go up this way.
Watch your step, people. And I was hoping you'd say that.
You blew up 2 doors. I did. Are there more doors to blow up? Is this the right way? No, I just got back to where I was. You know what? Screw it.
That's brilliant strategy.
You better watch where you step. Give it a go. Ready to strike. Left to flow.
This should be relatively quick. But at the same time, my derangement level is already at like
Enfielders.
half. Yeah, I need to get through that door. Up there. But it doesn't open. It opens from the other side?
We'll end this fight easily.
Engage.
You blew 2 rocks. Yeah, no. I have a pack of wild dogs chasing after me. It sucks. Do I have to go up here? That's not an elevator.
Derangement.
No, it is.
Level. Cautious exit.
There's another hole. So I know I blew up 2 doors. I know I blew up 2 rocks. But that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, there's a green one. Green thing. That's just to heal me. Yeah, I'm like going in a completely different direction right now. This really is a maze? No, I need a hint. I need to go back. I need a hint.
Don't get hurt.
Because we're gonna end this this run again without doing anything. Oh god.
Take him out.
Please, I need to be able to use the elevator
Be careful.
without fighting.
Ready to strike. Crystal up. Take this. Get crushed.
Okay.
Starting to break down. End the operation and return at once.
No second chance.
This is too fast, guys. I need this to be at 1200 and not 600. This is like putting a puzzle and giving you a timer and be like, you have to solve it within I don't know, a minute. You can improve your amount of countdown by completing the quests. Oh. What if I were to do side quests?
I hear Orignium.
Like what about these ones? Increases derangement limit. Okay. Increases the capacity of isolation container. How about I just do these 2 first? Because they're almost done anyway. I need a classified Angulos Rotreed. And a gold statuette Big Fowl. Okay, let's increase the timing first. My advice to you would be to stick to the quests. Are 1 only. And when all of them become Area 2 quests, then you go there. Note that they're all in Zone 1. Oh, true. Okay. Alright, let's do that.
Let me see.
As you're starting, I'm gonna take a small break here. I'm gonna go
This
pee. I'll be right back in like 3 minutes. Hold your horses. BRB. Hello. Everything's lagging. Okay, we're back. There's 3 areas in here. 3 zones. Alright, let's try this again. Ardelia looks so cute. She's okay. I'm sorry, I'm a Gilberta enjoyer. Nobody's as cute as Gilberta. She's mid. Hey, I didn't say that. Now you're putting words in my mouth. Okay, no, I think she's cute. But when it comes to Gilberta, everyone's mid. Alright, let's go. Collect classified Angelo's rot read. So they're telling me to find Angelos
Be extra
to kill.
careful. That enemy looks really dangerous.
I shouldn't be just following the green dots. I don't think I can find any Angelos in here. Good morning, oh my god, welcome in.
Getting buggers.
Watch your step, people.
Engage.
Happy Saturday. This is a boss area. Where am I gonna find them? They're all land breakers.
We've done it. Hope you're not tired, Mr. Dolly.
Good work.
Okay, I'm
everyone.
guessing they're not gonna be here. Maybe
And pull
upstairs?
down, right?
Your goal is to find Angelo's rot read?
High threat
That's
hostile. Approach
that's
with
what I
caution.
said, right? Did I say something else? Of course it's not Landbreaker rot raid. It's Angelo's rot raid.
Something.
I'm just back at where I was. How wonderful. I'm gonna get lost again.
Be extra careful. That enemy looks really
What is
dangerous.
this? Oh. It's the white instrument. I don't need this. I don't need this right now. Where is it? Where are they? This way. Oh, they were... Okay, I found some. Alright, we're back here.
War is never about mercy.
And I was hoping you'd say that.
This is just common nodules. Nodules?
Something dangerous.
I don't think... No, these are all common nodules. You!
Engage.
This one for sure, right? He should have it, right? For sure. He's harder to kill. Okay, he has to have it.
Hardship will stop us.
No, just
It is
rust
worth a
fragments, common
celebration.
nodules.
Something dangerous is up ahead.
Hmm.
Better be fully prepared.
I'm guessing I'm just gonna need to find more Angeloids. Endfield. Oh, Azu.
Never about mercy.
We'll see this through.
So this is also common nodule.
This will shape up nicely. Perfect for both offense and defense.
Gather. All common nodules. Oh my goodness.
Reaching dangerous levels. Be cautious, Ensign.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be opening those. So tempted to just jump down. We're back here again. We are back here. Is this in zone 1? This is still zone 1, isn't it? Anyways.
Search this zone. The key key should be nearby.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is in zone 2.
3 energy reaction sites remain. Keep gathering the... We've hit the limit. Evac immediately.
That's great.
I repeat, evac immediately.
Did Ark Knights release a limited time Ark jacket in game? The character looks like me. I think it's just the hair. Hello, Haggin Dogs. Good morning. Happy Saturday. How are you doing? Alright, we gotta go back to zone 1. Ugh. This game might kill me. This mode might actually kill me. You are gearing up for a pottery class. Do you have anything in mind?
Let me
To make?
see.
To mold? I remember making a cat. What is it called? A vase? A garden pot? Yeah, this mode is gonna kill me because it's so open world. This is why I stopped playing open world games, because I get so lost and confused. I was playing Code Vein. I got up to the cathedral part of it. If you guys haven't played Code Vein before, the cathedral is like what I think is the second zone. And everything looks the same. Every single road, every single pathway, every wall looks the same. And I was leaving those, you know, those light sticks behind so I don't get lost. And it was kind of like Hansel and Gretel. You know the story of Hansel and Gretel, and they leave breadcrumbs around on the floor, on the ground, so that they know exactly where they're going, so they don't walk in circles. That was me.
Hostile. Approach with caution.
This is... Okay, this is zone 2. I think zone 1 is like back there. Wait, hold on. How do you know which zone you're in? No, this is zone 1. Zone 2 is here. So as long as I stay within the zone, I should be okay. Which means that... Okay. Who's there? It's Rem. Hello.
Dangerous is up ahead. We better be fully prepared.
The red bar will tell you. The red bar? Which one?
The war is never about looks.
And I was hoping you'd say that. Trust in me.
Derangement acceleration level 1. Oh, I always thought that was like derangement level 1 and derangement level 2 and not zone. I thought the level didn't equate to the level of derangement. I guess that is different.
Stay alert. The
They're
enemy
connected.
is strong.
The what? The Anerlodo of the game? What is that?
And I was
That's
hoping you'd
confusing.
say that. No
Oh, it
heart
increases when you
will
reach
stop
higher
us.
level.
Best thing a
Oh, that's
gentle
why it's level 1, level
Our
2.
battle plan proved its worth.
Do you think I can find them in here? Because I'm under the assumption that I can find them. Blighted armor scale. No, this is just blighted armor scale. That I can find them by killing things. But these are the packing plants. With the green ones. Rough nodule, so not these ones. In the tool cabinets, in some of them, there are the things you need. That's not it. Is this a tool cabinet? This is a green instrument set. So I need this for the other quest. So this one should be fine. Tool cabinets. Let's go back around this way. Is this a dead end? It's a dead end. Search everything Ark. Everything? Okay. I'm pretty sure there's some things here then.
Never about mercy.
See this through. Pick him up.
What if I were just to kill everything? Kill everything, search everything. I hate his shield. Please!
We've done it. Hope you're not tired, Mr. Darling.
Malformed nodule. Not these ones. So no more floating rocks. I don't believe in those. I don't think we're gonna find anything we need in those. Hello, sentients. Welcome in. This is okay. Gacha currency.
I see you.
Watch your
Anything
step,
here?
people.
Oh, there's green stuff here. Not just floating rocks.
The boss.
So I need to open the green package. Nope. So all the packages are like the plant stuff. The packing plant. It's full. Insufficient backpack space. So if I were to find it, I can't even get rid of it. Bean. I don't need this. I don't need this.
War is never about mercy.
More packing. Oh, okay. I see a big ass vending machine. Maybe this one's it? Good luck with your sanity during this mode. I have none. I have no more sanity. The moment I enter this area, all my sanity just disappears.
The results speak for themselves.
We made another step
Bread.
forward, Enfielders.
Derangement isn't looking good right now. Our next
More
action
bread?
should be well calculated.
This is just a bread vending machine. This is looking a little impossible. Rot reed! Okay, we found something. So, rot reed. So the rot reeds were in the packages. Okay, I can leave now. I can't carry anymore. Do I just wait it out? I just wait it out. What's the fastest way to do this? Opening up stuff? Probably. Here, open
This
this.
will shape up nicely. Perfect for both offense and defense.
The more I gather, the faster the acceleration level. Maybe I should just walk around. Do a little bit of exploration. Can I just do this? Exit now? Confirm to end progression, begin tally, and reset progress. Reset progress for the next exploration attempt. Okay, yeah, okay, I keep my stuff, thank God. Ugh. Oh man. Talos knowledge. Talos is a giant. Wait, Talos is a giant gas. Oh, we're on Talos's moon. I forgot about that. All right, I can submit these now. Can I? Submit complete. Why did Talos fart? I don't know, man. Gotta ask Talos that. Oh, we've increased a lot. Oh, there's more of them. Collect and submit a mask fragment. We should have, guys, we should have like gathered all the bread. That's what we needed. Okay, we're gonna go back in there. Back in zone 1. So bread and a mask fragment. Gotta get the bread.
Let me see.
Oh boy, this feels like a collection mission. It really does. That's the fun part. I think I'd rather go through the story. It is collection mission. It is. I guess if people are really into open world, right? Or extraction shooter. You're right. If it was like extraction shooter, I'm not into extraction shooter. What was that one game we have to go underground? There's also Risk of Rain, which is kind of like it as well. Risk of Rain is not bad though. Collect and submit bread. We just need bread. This way.
High
Do you have a
threat
community
hostile.
Discord?
Approach
I
with
do.
caution.
Here we go. Discord. Any bread here? Oh, this is rot read again. Who is speaking to me? So I remember there was one area with a lot of vending machines.
Stay alert. The
Is
enemy
a vending
there is
machine
strong.
here? No. Vending machine here? No. More floating crystals. You could upgrade the arrangement mix? That means nothing to me. Big foul. Rot raid. So
Be
far,
extra careful. That enemy looks really dangerous.
I am lost and confused. I remember.
Roasted orange.
More of a foul. I was just in an area previously with a lot of vending machines. But I don't really remember. Okay, you know what? Let's just grab some masks.
War is never about
We just need one
mercy.
singular mask.
I'm with you.
And I'm going to
Dangerous
assume
is up ahead. We better be fully prepared.
that the land breakers would have something.
War is never about mercy.
We'll see this through. Take him out.
The channel partitions? Thanks.
Wow. You can act.
Our battle plan proved its
I
worth.
worked an entire
Good work,
day setting
everyone.
up that Discord.
We've
There it
done
is, the
it.
mass fragment.
Hope you're not
Okay,
tired,
so
Mr.
now we got
Dally.
that. Now we just need a vending machine wherever it is. This way? Alright, we're still in level 1. We're still good. More floating rocks. Maybe perhaps down there? I wish there was an easier way.
Stay alert. The enemy there is strong.
Helldivers mentioned? Where?
Easily. We'll see this through.
Oh, there's a vending machine. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't have enough gauge.
The results speak for themselves.
All right, here it is. Please give me bread. No. Is the vending machine a specific color? The one that I'm looking for? Is bread yellow? Alright, okay. Check the quest. Where is it? It looks like it's red. Like in comparison to... Sorry, not red. Yellow. See, blighted armor scale is green. It says white. What? I'm going crazy. Oh, white auto vendor. You gotta read. Oh, yes, reading. I love that. I love reading. I'm just looking at colors.
High threat hostile. Approach with caution.
So I can break that. A white vending machine? A white vending machine. Any white vending machines nearby? Any white vending machines? That's a vending machine. That's a vending machine, but that's not the one I'm looking for.
Be extra
Do you have a
careful.
magnum opus
That
or a
enemy
favorite
looks
art
really
piece you've
dangerous.
done? Wait, that's white. Thinking about it right now. It's probably a commission that I've done for Lauren. If you're to visit my portfolio, it should be on the top one. I usually put all of my favorite commissions I've done at the very top. The ones I'm most proud of.
I pulled it off, right? I knew we could do it.
For my model,
threat
I feel like it's
hostile.
not really
Approach with caution.
it's not really my magnum opus. Because the more I look at it, the more I go, oh, there's a lot of stuff that I can improve on. I just haven't found the time to do it yet. So no, not really. It's not my model. I need more. More bread. 2 should be fine. 2 should be enough.
Be extra careful. That enemy looks really dangerous.
What if you do a stream where you touch up your model? I don't think that's ever happening, just because for any of my art streams, they're gonna be commission focused. Because it feels weird and icky to me if I have commissions to finish, yet I am working on personal art projects. And right now, my commission list is very, very full. So anytime I have a chance to do art, I will be doing commissions. Okay, we're gonna leave here just because I think I have enough, right? And my backpack's full. Someone is in demand. It's more like I take a lot of time to finish commissions, so they end up stacking up. And the problem with me and my deadline list is that I do guaranteed 1 month. So when they stack up like that, I go, okay, I actually need more time, because if one commission takes me 1 month to do, and then suddenly I'm hit with 5, I'm like, oh god, I'm dying now. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. I need to talk to her. Aikido. All right, bigger capacity. So I'm leaving this mode right now because it is giving me motion sickness from moving around so much. Yeah, I need to borrow more time. I need to talk to T-Corp. You know what we haven't done?
Still waiting for something?
I actually haven't
I'm
taken a
primed
look
for
at
optimal performance.
Arclight's profile. Because I just got her.
Performance.
A lot of her, in fact.
Looking
And I don't think did I go through
Got a special
Gilberta's? No, I have. I went through Gilberta's. I haven't gone through Arclights. Here it is. Taking a break from moving around. Just because I'm like super dizzy now. I don't know if I will be going back into aberrant. What is it called? What is that mode called? Like open world, going up and down places and moving the camera around a lot is just not for me. Aberrant abomination mode. Yeah, the bread seeking mode. Exactly that. It's kind of like in real life, where if someone's like, Ark, come find me, let's play hide and seek, I'd be like, no, not doing it. No, thank you. Ark, wanna go find something? Like, puzzle games are great as long as I'm not going around to look for stuff. Like point and click adventure. Come find me? Hell no. Hanabit Circuit. I have no idea what that is. Authentication. Was that the organizations? Kind of like Embers and whatnot. Getting the One Piece. You guys know what? I'm not looking for the One Piece. Luffy can have it. Luffy can have the One Piece. Piranha January 3rd. Oropathy positive and infected based on medical examination reports. Where are your crystals, girl? Maybe they're at the bottom. Maybe her clothes are covering it. I would love to see it though. Anybody who is infected having like tiny crystals on their body? Because she doesn't look infected. Part of the lore. Give me character design based off lore. An original art simulation, excellent, of course. Arclight is a song seeker from the Hanabit Circuit. Oh, that's what it is. It's like a clan, a tribe. She's joined Endfield Industries as a field operator with recommendations from Altertone Orisha. Was that a person? Arclight also provides support for various Endfield operations as well as maintenance and repairs for Endfield machinery and vehicles. To Arclight, the motorcycle is more than just a transport vehicle. She regards them as a companion that grows with her. When are we going to get our own motorcycle? Like, where is it? Right? I want to have a mount. Especially in a place where we're always like going back and forth between places. We need to have one. One that we can bring over to different zones. And not just have it like stuck in one zone. Because that's usually the case. They're like, we're going to introduce flying in this area, but you can only fly in this area. You can't fly in other areas. Like, come on, man. Give me flying in every single area, please. I think it's a mount. I think it's a trophy. The motorcycle, the 6 million in the shop. 16, sorry, my bad, 16, I can't read. I do think it's a trophy. Because it did say, like, you can display it in Dijiang. And I'm like, is that it? That's it, right? Every dismantling and modifications achieved more than just simple repairs. They brought transformation and new life. Perhaps the need to protect both machinery and life gave Arclight her excellent understanding of mechanical engineering and aesthetics. Do you know? Okay, I just realized something, is that even though there are so many trucks that we see just parked on the side of the roads, nobody is driving the trucks. You see NPCs walking around places, like there's motion. It feels like a lived-in world, but at the same time, there are roads and there are no moving trucks. I need more of that. We need some moving trucks. I think that'd be pretty cool. Since Arclight hails from Hannibit Circuit, she is more than eager to share everything she knows with those in need. Although the phrases and words she uses are full of metaphors, they also reflect her unique and in-depth knowledge of the wildlands. It's really interesting because she seems like a person that is more closely connected to nature, yet they made her an engineer. True, there was zero traffic. Maybe that's a good thing. We need more walkable places. Walking places? Okay. File number 1. So her name's not Arclight, it's actually Akut. Does she have an audio log where she says her name?
Are you ready? The wildlands are filled with danger. The wind never stops. Neither will I. Finally, a breath of fresh air. I almost forgot the smell of the earth.
What do you mean? She looks like she's one with the earth.
You can go as fast
Is
as
she a
you can.
hermit?
Don't
Is she
worry,
just like me?
I always keep up. I can feel it breathing, and how it is a match made for me. Such craftwork. This precision is rare, even amongst all the Aldertone's work I've known.
Her character's a little bit ironic.
My Aldertone
It's
taught me
weird.
differently, but you aim to reach the same
So
goal.
there's like no place,
I
no
have been
audio, I don't
enlightened.
think, where she actually says her name. Operator report for duty. Hold
I
on.
am Ikut. Call sign
Ikut.
is Arclight.
There it
I am
is.
not a trained weaver of words, but I wish you well, and may you flow like a rising river, Enfielders.
She speaks like Pocahontas, but she's an engineer. Isn't that a lyric to the song? No, that's in Mulan. My bad. The Rising Rivers. I'll make a man out of you. Anyways, we figured it out. It's Ikut. The actual name of Operator Arclight. Whenever people ask if she came from the Hannibit Circuit, Arclight always answered with this line, I follow Eldertone Orisha, and every song seeker is her own master. Have we met Orisha? How do you pronounce X-Ark? You know how to pronounce X-Ark. Operator Arclight has an indescribable passion about motorcycles. Arsenal engineer Samyon often conversed with Arclight regarding her motorcycle, and these are what he has to say. Initially, I thought it was a custom military vehicle that found its way into the civilian market. I could hardly believe what I saw when it turned out to be a work of engineering that Arclight assembled and tuned on her own. I studied the motorcycle closely after acquiring her permission. Its original engine was a 10-year-old piece of absolute tech from Yezco Industries. The drivetrain was produced by Triglava Armory. I wonder if we're ever going to encounter any of these companies. Because that was the really cool thing about OG Ark Knights, is that there's several different companies working together. And if you were to get the, what is it called? The lore compendium of OG Ark Knights, you actually get the business cards as well, like the individual business cards of all of the companies in Ark Knights. And it would be really freaking cool too if we saw all of the companies in OG Ark Knights in Endfield, because it kind of makes sense, right? Like seeing Green Labs, that'd be really cool. Where are we? Labels in the suspension were worn out, but I guessed based on the structures they were from North March Support Hub. The most impressive component could be chassis. The entire thing was handcrafted and every weld made to the greatest detail. The entire framework felt almost seamless. Even more extraordinary was the fact that the motorcycle wasn't an assembly, but an integration that exemplified the strengths of every component's manufacturer. This could only have been achieved with the highest level of technical expertise. The entire vehicle was a near perfect balance of power, endurance, and handling. Although everyone approves of Operator Arclight's superb technical abilities, many also pointed out the observation. She treated people rather coldly, and spoke in a manner that was rather difficult to understand. I think she's pretty easy to understand. Even Operator Samian reflected that Arclight rarely spoke. Perhaps Operator Arclight's unique experiences made her appear lukewarm, and her first expression or her first impression often gave off the vibe of an unfriendly individual. However, people who got to know her better would learn that she was an incredibly reasonable person. Those who often conversed with Arclight never heard her saying shocking things that resembled jokes. Needless to say, Operator Arclight was simply speaking her mind and wasn't trying to be funny in those instances. Have you noticed that people that are the most literal are kind of really funny in their own right? The in-game weapons have design styles specific to the different manufacturers. I never thought about that. I wish there was a little bit more lore with the weapons as well. Actually, let's take a look at the weapons, because it would be cool if we find out that they actually have a label for where they were designed and built and engineered from. Comments about Arclight being difficult to converse will typically arise as her language was heavily influenced by the Hanabit Circuit's unique form of expressions. It's interesting how she doesn't really have an accent as well, because from all of her profile, all of her records, it's saying that she speaks another language. But like, you don't really hear it. It's like you're just speaking regular sounding English. It's interesting. It's interesting because all the other characters from different places have their own accent, but she doesn't. Homeless Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Right? Arclight has a tendency to use metaphors inspired by the natural world, such as using bird and beast temper to describe mechanical breakdowns, or the morning mist to illustrate an individual's hesitation. People who are more forthright in their manners of speech may be thrown off by Arclight's unique linguistic choices. However, good listeners would appreciate her clear reasoning and steadfast consistency in her actions. Song seekers of the Hanabit Circuit have their own unique of understanding the world and modus operandi. If one wishes to understand Arclight better, one would do well to appreciate her way of describing the world. Hi, dog with a suit. Hello, hello. Have a good Lurko. Getting barbecue. Getting K barbecue. Otakathon first. 2020. Kanadia. From Otakathon? I was there! Good luck, have fun. Anyways. Interesting character, but still, I feel like the way that they directed her was really strange. Whoops, wait, go back.
Still waiting for something?
I'm primed for optimal performance.
Right? One with nature, yet she's an engineer. Speaks another language, except she's like super fluent with English. But it seems like she doesn't talk a lot either, so it's like, hello? I don't understand. I really don't understand. 12 questions. Let's take a look at this one. Where's the sword? How do I end? Details. Passed by your table, forgot to follow your Twitch. That's fine. It was a year ago. But enjoy. I want K barbecue too. After the wielder consumes art's reaction, attack 7.5%, blah, 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 blah. I just want lore. Wait, what? How come I never seen this before? Did I not look at any of the lore for the weapons? Remember when I was complaining about how like the weapons don't have lore? Yet I was looking at the wrong screen. I think it was because I was looking at the wrong screen. I was like, this is not... I was like, there's barely any description to any of the weapons at all. Oh my goodness. This is really freaking cool, by the way. Look at the blade on this thing. This is like a Japanese knife. Like a Japanese cooking knife. Because mine looks exactly like this. Just the blade. Anyways. And next to the 12 corpses, Orisha the Elder Tone candidate questioned the Sand Reaver. Oh, that's the first question. What is this called? 12 questions. Why murder the Hanabit Circuit Walkers? Hate, the Sand Reaver replied. Why hate? Because black is the reflection of white, Sand Reaver replied. The path of Hanabit Circuit went against the one taken by the Landbreakers. The circuit taught people to avoid disasters, so no one had to fight for survival. The circuit taught people to farm and grow, so no one had to kill each other for food. But for the killers, these only strengthened their refusal to take the circuit's path. Next to the 12 corpses, the Sand Reaver questioned Orisha. Is that the second question? Why do you choose to be cowards? That feels more like an insult. Because that is the greatest form of courage, Orisha replied. I feel like that's not really a question at all. Why do you refuse to kill? Because we are not enemies of each other, Orisha replied once more. The Hanabit Circuit chose nature, a path beyond a greater distance. Coexistence with Talos II is not cowardice, and one did not dispense with vigor and braveness when helping the needy. The melodies of the Hana began with the most primal intents of sufferings. When the entire world courses with the Hana, no one will be left behind. And thus, Orisha pulled out a knife from one of the 12 bodies and asked the Sand Reaver her final questions. From whence did they come, marks made 10,000 years ago? And where will they go, stars that shimmer in the heavens above? Why do they stop, bedazzling colors that soak the lands and the soil? How can they claim wisdom when they stare blankly at nature's trove? Did they truly choose to fight never-ending battles and wars? Are they courageous by raising weapons against those who held not? How can a clan unite if they only raid but never protect, nor grow? How can people survive if they ignore change and pursue the feuds of old? True! She's only speaking facts here. These are like rhetorical questions. The Sand Reaver, drunk on violence, had no answer. Hello, God Hands. Welcome in. But the fledgling Eldertone was not there to guide. The 12 questions weave together to form a weapon. The end point of vengeance is but a shattered soul. That's really freaking cool. The fact that, like, the blade itself kind of has a purpose, like what you use it for, what you shouldn't use it for. So, I guess it's more like built to protect and built for change, and not for violence. The purpose of the weapon. Wow, I need to like go through all of this. I need to go through all of this now. Okay, this is gonna be a reading stream. I read these so that you don't have to. And that itself was what is it, like a 5-star weapon. That wasn't even like a 6-star. That was a 5-star. The raison d'être? Is that how I pronounce it in French? Never rest. Let's go with this one, Center Prince, because I'm curious about this one. This one weapon was not designed for one specific character in mind, which is different from all these other ones here. Dreams of Starry Beach and Never Rest and whatever, because these ones, when you look at the design, you can sort of tell that they are meant for these operators, right? But this one isn't. And I don't really have a great sword for Ember right now, but I am still curious as to why it's called the Sunder Prince. I was like, this sounds really freaking cool. Few weapon skills, that's not it. Go back. Details? Here it is. I just noticed that Ember's in the back. Whoever's equipping the weapon is shown in the back. Yeah, Ember has a weapon. I just don't have one for her. I didn't gacha it. I didn't pull it in the banner. The Arsenal banner. The Sarkaz was a mountain. Anyways, if you were to put this weapon onto an operator, who would it be? I need some water, first of all. For last right? You wouldn't put like a blue weapon on last right? Like a blue crystallized weapon? Not this, not whatever this one is. This is a regular sword, but like, you know, the big version of it. The great sword version of it. Because this definitely looks like a lost right weapon. It's a witching hour weapon. Oh, so it like it matches her race, kind of. For the cannibals. The Sarkaz was a mountain. He picked me up with one hand and stomped towards a less conspicuous place in Seska. The children nearby pointed at us excitedly. They jabbered to their parents about what they saw, and probably mistook this altercation as an audience moment featured in the parade of the royal courts. I was the lucky guy who got to interact with the kings of the royal court. The witching hour is a company. Where do you find... Wait, hold on. Where do you guys find, like, where the weapon was created and designed? In the shop? Just in the shop? That's it? Can I see it here? Oh, wait, here it is. A special limited... Oh, go back. A special limited release weapon. Dingle! Have a good lurk. We're just reading today. The appearance of the great sword is probably based on an ancient legend. It seems capable of ripping wails of anguish out of the realms of dreams. I kind of wish that they just had everything on one singular screen instead of splitting it into multiple. Was it on that screen? See, I need this text to be like where this was. Where this was. Or at least put this in the other screen. Why are there two different ones? I was also just as excited when my old man brought me to this flying theme park for the first time. But now it felt as though I was about to be executed by the motionless and silent Sarkaz warrior. Sorry, I should have brought a ticket. I didn't know if I would have ended up like a victim shown in the oldies, but I could not remember its title. But the poor lad was completely drained of all his blood by an elegant vampire to fill his dinner goblet. If a hot vampire came up to you and wanted to suck your blood, would you give it to them? See, I didn't realize the weapons had stories either. What's the fun part if you don't click around? True? True? It's like finding new things. I had fun at this place when I was a kid. Iran's Grand Adventure was my favorite attraction. I just wanted to relive my childhood again. ... I wonder if I would end up like the guy shown in a super popular Records of the Kazdalian Wars manga. The Records of the Kazdalian Wars manga. There's a manga like that in the game. Isn't that kind of like breaking the fourth wall-ish? Lurk for real now. Alright, goodbye, Ko. The dude was chopped to pieces by a sword as long as the dude himself. Thrown into the furnace for fuel, and burned to raging hot ash that scattered to the winds. No! Please! I confess! I pickpocketed parents distracted by screaming kids when they cried out of the ticket booths. I'm sorry! ... That didn't work. Perhaps my real intent was already foretold by a Cyclops who secretly dwelt in the city of witchcraft. That would be the end of me! To hold on to dear life, I decided to spill everything. Stop! I'll tell you the truth, I'm completely broke and I'm a damn criminal. I may have schemed to steal a creator's sign-standard print for the Witching Hour flagship flagship store just because before the Sesqua open day ends, but that's just an evil plot. You caught me right after I stepped into Sesqua. None of my plans, my plot ever happened. I promise, I swear. Here's the guy. A real squealer, this one. I crumpled to the floor with a resounding thud. The room was dark. I carefully opened my eyes and found myself upon a soft and well-fashioned sofa instead of the cold, hard floors of a dungeon. Welcome back, my brave adventurer. X-Ark recited the classic line of Aran's grand adventure as she took the seat behind a simple stone table. She was decked out in fine business suit, leather shoes, and a parade mask. Mr. Maxim from Asphalt Roundabout, 16 years have passed since you last visited Sesqua. Nevertheless, we have held on to your prize. Wait, I thought the host of the Rand's Grand Adventure was supposed to roleplay as a mysterious diviner witch wearing an ancient courtly dress. Before I could sort out my confusion, a load of bad memories that I had always avoided suddenly surged within me. I completed the Rand's Grand Adventure and could finally exchange my winnings for the final treasure from the Lord of Fiends, a most intricately crafted toy sword. It was my childhood obsession. But I missed the final window for prize exchange when the bells tolled and signaled to the end of the open day. My old man tried to comfort me and said we'd visit again when the flying city of Sesqua returns. But our days at La Fatoma didn't last until the return of Sesqua. My old man told me that we were broke and got ahead to the asphalt roundabout to dodge the collectors. Of course, I never became a fearless adventurer. Instead, I turned into a petty thief, a dirty smuggler, and a scummy fraud. I only revisited this place because I thought there was a killing to be made. The sarcasm removed the cloth to reveal the prize under it. It sure wasn't a toy sword that blinked and flickered when you pressed a button. It was an actual sundered prince. An authentic blade painstakingly fashioned by the witchcrafters. And not only that, the sarcasm manifested a pen out of thin air and signed the weapon for me. So what I'm getting at is that this guy is just a massive weeb, because he keeps making references to manga and to stories that he's read as a kid. And then somehow, he tried to do crime, got arrested, and now he's like in a super duper fancy room with leather furniture. And he's got the actual weapon in front of him. Is someone signing it? I am so confused. Are you sure? That prize I missed 16 years ago. It can't be a weapon of such immense value. I'm quite certain. A weapon of true adventure, just as revealed by the divination. A divination? Could I beg to divine another reading for me? I'm listening. Will my life ever get better? The Sarkaz looked at me and said something, but the only sound that filled my ears were the tolling of bells that signaled the end of the open day that I had not heard for 16 long years. When I returned to my senses, my legs once again found solid ground. People crowded around me. Everyone, children, and grown-ups of every race, looked into the air, waved their goodbyes at the Sesqua amidst the erupting fireworks. I felt like a young boy again as I gripped my blade. I hoped that the bells tolled a little later. I wanted a sword that flickered and shone when I pressed a button, but no, I received something that I wanted, and I knew exactly what to do. My grand adventure was about to begin. So this guy was under Genjutsu. He's like having a whole flashback here. Or some sort of, like, I don't know, like a figment of his imagination, and this sword just appeared out of nowhere? Is that why this is the Witching Hour sword? Yeah, he just literally had a schizo moment, and it's like, here's a sword. Now I'm an adventurer. Now I'm Don Quixote. Good morning, mysterious emblem. Well, that was really interesting. A little bit confusing, but really interesting nonetheless. Anyways, that was a sword that didn't really belong to a character, but what about Dreams of the Starry Beach, a weapon that was designed specifically for Adelia? I actually want to see. Let's take a look at this first. A weapon from the Elite series of Miezco Industries. I need some water. I had a lot of reading. The weapon offers excellent Originium Arts conductance, making it more practical than other fashionable pieces that focus on style over substance. This, I never noticed this until I zoomed up close, but this weapon, okay, let's go over here actually. Can I actually zoom in? Zoom in? I can't. But these are like horns. These are like ram horns. Right? And there's like purple belts there. I've never noticed this. There's multiple. There's 4 on the sides, on the corners, and like 2 in the middle. Yeah, sheep horns. Huh. In the middle is just a giant rock. Alright, here it goes. It's very cute. There was a time when I was confused about life. The underground arenas of the asphalt roundabout is usually the first consideration of people of my size and stature. But the desolation of the place shocked me. That was not the place where I wanted to spend the rest of my life in. So I went to La Fantoma. Fantoma. I cannot pronounce that word properly, guys. It's too hard. A city of opportunities and a gathering place for the rich and famous. There were cartel joint sessions, forums, and expos. Everything. So La Fantoma was mentioned in the previous story as well. So now we're getting like little bits and pieces about this place. And now I have a better idea of what La Fantoma is. It's a giant ass city. So just think of like any big city. Like New York or something. Shanghai. 1 year passed and I splurged all of my savings on a vehicle. Some charitable merchant helped me convert it into a nomadic resto, which happens to be the one right here. And I call it a boat, since it's next to the sea. My peers were more in my boat. I even found a few assistants back then. Made a ton of serious creds during the Obsidian Festival, when the entire place was packed with tourists. I have no idea who is speaking here. Because at first I was under the assumption that it's Ardelia, but I don't think it is. She doesn't have a vehicle, does she? No. And this doesn't sound like her. 2 years later, I found more and more people doing my thing. They drive up to the place with a truck and started serving the tourists. The Obsidian Festival made and unmade my fortunes. They built more and more fancy hotels, but I am getting less and less diners? During that year, I saw a feline who was just like me, splurged his entire fortune and ended up with nothing. So the person talking right now is a cat. Is a cat person, a feline, so it's not Ardelia. 3 years has passed. I didn't know how long I'd stay afloat. Revenue was dwindling and that peril made it worse. The stinking mutt always parked his food truck opposite of mine. He had the gals to come over to my place and tell my diners that I was almost finished. I felt like killing that bloody runt. This is definitely not Ardelia. This guy swears way too much. That bloody runt. I was the last one on the boat. I started packing my stuff and planned to drive my boat back home. But that was the same year when La Fantoma got hit by a tidal wave. When the disaster ended, an Endfield medical SAR team arrived. How has this got anything to do with my store? It's got nothing to do with my store. But I strode out one night and heard the Enfielders admiring the starlike beauty of the place. I looked around and saw the dark beach cluttered with seashells brought ashore by the great waves. Some of them gave off soft, gentle glows. I suddenly remembered how we used to see all this when they just got the fest going, and the crowd was still small. I suddenly had an idea. Mortgaged my boat on the following day, got myself glowing shells, and decorated them with various accessories. That's right. You're holding the very same thing. What happened next? Well, we got even more piers, and my boat is coasting along real easy. So, if this weapon was a weapon that this guy designed, is he part of the... what's it called? The Mirsco Industries? Scampy-Doo, hello, welcome in. Probably. I guess I understand why it looks so accessorated now, just because he was like, I'm just gonna throw random things together. I'll let you in on something. I'm planning to take a contract over this beach. Yes, that's right. The one beneath your feet. I'm going to grind these shells down to create the Even Glow Coast. I even figured out the name, Dreams of the Stardust Sea. Maybe the organizers of the Obsidian Festival will choose my beach for their next evening event. Make sure you visit, cause I'll get you a fat discount. What happened to the stinking mutt of the Perro? Of a Perro? Oh, right, he's over there. We're partners now. Why did I choose him? Cause business people of La Fantoma are all about helping each other out. And that's how we made this place. That was not what I expected of this weapon story. I expected something really cute, right? Something about like a beach party, something to do with sheep, but no, we got a businessman. We got a really aggressive businessman that was complaining about his competitor, and then he somehow created a business. He's an entrepreneur. So that had nothing really to do with like dreams of the starry beach. I mean, it's like dreams of growing his business, but like, come on. Yeah, it's probably the CEO of Miezco. I think so too. Interesting. And I guess this is like one of his first products? I needed a cuter story. I was not expecting that. Okay, tell me at least that Never Rest, this weapon has something to do with the lore of the character. Because we read through Arclight's weapon, 12 questions, and this had something to do with her. This has something to do with the Hanabit circuit, right? It had something to do with the people and the purpose of the weapon. And I was like, wow, this is a really cool story. And it's a 5-star. It's a 5-star weapon. And then we got like Mr. CEO Man for Dreams of the Starry Beach. I guess this one too. I mean, Sundered Prince is pretty good. Anyways, let's continue. Let's go through... Wait, hold on. A weapon from the furnaces of Fort Forge Fane. What a great name. Very literal. Sir Tussie. Is that suitors? Is that suitor Ussie? Where did that come from? Though it has undergone multiple rounds of recasting, the subsumed edge is still imbued with the intimidating force of domination. I think if it was a domination weapon, I imagine it to be more of a great sword than like a very thin needle-like sword. But this is very prince-like. It's very princely. Okay, it's Pog weapon time. The force of domination. In my head, the force of domination looks like a giant greatsword with a lot of spikes. Or actually, yeah, no, that is it. Because at first I'd be like, force of domination seems like a ruler, but not really, because a ruler's weapon I feel like would be a clean edge. Like a clean, very straight edge. Right? But with domination, I imagine it to be like full of spikes, really big, really chunky. Something that will absolutely destroy something, like a chainsaw. Almost. Or kabedon. Kabedon is the action of, you know in Japanese anime? You're watching a shoujo, okay? You're watching a shoujo anime. And the two main characters is like a girl and a guy. And it could be the other way around. But usually in a shoujo manga, the guy goes up to a girl and like, he like pushes her against the wall. And he's got like one hand that smacks against the wall. And I think it's a sound, the kabedon, like the dawn sound. Right? The hand smacking against the wall. Of why it's named kabedon because of the sound. Kabedon happens to show in anime too, but just between guys and totally platonic feelings between each other. Yeah, totally. Like Naruto and Sasuke. Yes. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. The Sasunaru, please. Yeah, it's the kabedon. The big don. That's the sound. Alright, here it is. Would you want Pog to kabedon you? Cause like, I have been in Endfield Twitter for the past few weeks, and like every time this guy appears in a Twitter post, right? All the girls go crazy. And like, it goes even crazier because now there is a crossover between Limbus Company and Endfield, not in the games itself, but with the voice actors. The Korean voice actor. This guy is voiced by Merso of Limbus Company in Korean. So like the moment he starts speaking Korean, everyone's like, Merso? Everyone's like, I'm playing Endfield because of Pog. Because of this guy. Because same voice. Pog seems too nice to do that. Is he nice? He's only nice to Edmund. Maybe. Don't tell Clock who's Ishmael's VA is. Wait, does Ishmael's VA also voice another character in here? I'm gonna tell him. I need to know. Wait, hold on. Now I really need to know. We're gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna Google this. Ishmael, voice actor, Korean. Please. Ishmael, voice actress. Is Jang Yena. And I'm just going to go and search up her name. Ark Knights. She actually voices quite a few Ark Knights characters. I'm not sure about Endfield in particular. I don't know. I feel like I have to do a little bit more digging. It's Saihi? You think? Oh boy. Pogmarch of the Shanghai pop-up for Endfield was barely touched. Maybe not many female Chinese fans. I think so too. I feel like this game is more catered and centered around like a male player base. So that kind of makes sense to me. Though he is one of my favorite characters. I really love his animations. You see a lot more girls in Genshin, I think, in a lot of the Hoyoverse games. They just haven't introduced any... How do I say it? Like, they need an Alhaitham and a Kaveh. Or they need a, What are the other two guys' names? The brothers in Genshin? They need, like, guy-to-guy connection. Right? They need to, like, gather the Fujos. And that's how it's gonna appeal to women. Factory games are exactly appealing. Women will play anything as long as there are more dudes. The Blowjob Brothers. You did just call them the Blowjob. Where did that come from? Where did that title come from? The Blowjob Brothers. What? What? You just want yaoi. Why not? Okay, so it was Saihi. Okay. It's a popular meme. I'm just wondering where the term came from. Like, what? Where did the meme even come from? Anyways. Just like Scissor Sisters. I've never heard that term before. No. I first saw it was from Xenoblade 3. What part of the internet are you on? Maybe I shouldn't be asking that question. I don't want to look up your search history. Alright, basic info about this sword. Let Pog tuck you in for deep space, ladies. He needs to go into love and deep space. He just does. As the great guns thundered into the skies, night finally returned to Fort Forgevane. The steam stopped hissing as the last Angulos was crushed into gravel. Victory trumpeted throughout the ice fields. The clarion call of triumph echoed amongst collapsed bastions before it reached a stone crypt, used as a provisional morgue to house the fallen warriors. So I'm already getting a good setting out of this story. So we know that Pog is from the north, and he's protecting Fort Forgevane. He was the commander, in fact, of everything. Here's the first image I saw of Blowjob Brothers. I'm too scared to click that link. I'm not looking at anything to do with Blowjob Brothers. To the smiths of Fort Forgevane, the clarion call felt more like a final farewell to the soldier. A forge smith pulled out a cart of salvaged equipment and paused before a young oathkeeper, long bereft of breath. So he's dead. Why did the smith stop? Was it his fear of death? He did not think so. He dreamed about falling like a true Oathkeeper soldier from the day he submitted his enlisting papers to the Order of Steel Oath. And since his first arrival at the gates of Fort Forgevane, he was determined to be a nail, permanently hammered into his post. There were only two things that could stop him from swinging his hammer. The future he dreamed had been achieved, or it became necessary for someone else to take his post. The smith stooped over and took the long sword from the hands of the young soldier. He could not remove his gaze from the soldier's face. Was he paying his final respects to a former comrade? No. He had said his farewells to all sorts of people in the south before he marched to the north. He saw his loved ones secretly weeping for his sake, witnessed the reluctance in their eyes, and even attended a close friend's funeral on the night before he reported to the training camp. But what he felt at this very moment was new. A mysterious surge of emotions gripped him to the ground, even though he tried again and again to get himself to leave. Heavy footsteps echoed in the crypt. The smith raised his head and held his breath. Is that Xenoblade? Is that a Xenoblade Link? You're branded now as a blowjob, bro. That's just how it is now. That's your new name sentence. I'm kidding. So, okay, it seems like most of these stories are based on how this sword was forged rather than the stories. So I'm getting a better idea of these stories. It's more like the origin of the weapons. Every single weapon story so far has been the origin of the weapon. Anyways. Lord Castellan Geralt, apologies, I'm just salvaging the equipment. The armored giant stretched out his hand and took the blade from the smith. The edge was curled, and a fine crack ran along its length. Do you know him? No, we're not familiar, but I did share some drink with him in the welcoming feast held for us several days ago. What do you intend to do with the blade? The smith took the blade and shook off the snow from the hilt. He carefully studied the wound suffered by the weapon and gave his verdict. It will be my honor to return this blade to the furnace and have it recast. And the joy will be equal to seeing you throw the Angloid host back to whence it came. He is a hero that no one will remember. He is also a common man, just as common as this blade. My Lord Castellan, what would you have me do with this blade? Even the perfect blade will one day shatter. Geralt patted the smith on the shoulder. It shall be returned to the forge, pass through the ranks of Oathkeepers, and fulfill his unfinished duty. This is a common blade. This is never rest. This blade never gets to rest. Oh my god, I see. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. That's where the name came from. They're just gonna keep reviving it over and over again until it actually shatters. Yo, name drop. Hagen Game is currently stationed in the north, so it kind of ties into his story. Yeah, it does. He is part of the Oath Keepers, right? Let's take a look. Did I unlock more stuff for Pog?
Still waiting for something?
Where's Mr. Pogonishnik?
Slip of mine.
I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm still on Fire 1 with the 2 photographs. One day, I need this to be like Authentication Rhodes Island and Oathkeepers. Sorry, not Oathkeepers, the Order of the Steel Oath. Because they're taking half of his identification. So it's like he is a Rhodes Island liaison, Corson, and a banner commander of the Order of Steel Oaths, and a commander of the Order of Steel Oaths. But here it's like Rhodes Island, and it's Rhodes Island only. But I want more. We need more of that. Sometimes the audio logs have more. Let's find something. Operator prep. That's probably not it. Operator promotion. That's probably not it. Watching combat records.
A valuable battle. My fighting spirit has been stirred.
It has been stirred. Where's the one where he introduces himself? Operator reporting for duty.
Pogranichnik, Rhodes Island operator and officers serving the Order of Steel Oath reporting for duty. The situation is urgent. I respectfully request a brief on your battle plan at your earliest convenience.
Operator of Rhodes Island serving as the commander of the Steel Oaths. So he's putting himself as a Rhodes
Still waiting
Island
for something?
operator first. Is he really that attached to his past, I wonder? Are all the reconveners really that attached to their past? If it was me, right? And I'm like, I know I'm a reincarnation of a previous person, and I know my past, I'm still gonna be like, I'm gonna live as my own person. It's like kind of like Ship of Theseus, right? Where I have the memories of another person, but I'm like, no, I'm me. I'm gonna live the life of, you know, the new Surtur. It's like Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, it's like Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, this is the weapon I've been waiting for because this is the coolest weapon in the game. It's Edmund's weapon, and it's got like Origin crystals all around it. That itself is pretty goddamn cool. Here it is. A quality weapon manufactured by Endfield Industries. And it's made in Endfield Industries. It's the weapon. Right? You want that weapon? If you played this game in the first week, you could have just bought it from the store. And it's also part of the Battle Pass, I believe. So you can get 2 of them. Innovations include using the experimental Origin-based material as the blade body to give it excellent energy conductivity. It also will appear in poles, I believe, as well. I think I have... Do I have 3 of them? Yeah, I got 3 of them. Yeah, it's from the Battle Pass. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. It's like the paid Battle Pass, though. The second one. Second tier. Yeah, paid version. You missed it? Oh no. I just went for it in the very beginning because I was like, I'm probably going to be playing this game for a long time. It looks like a well. He rested his elbow upon the railings of the observation deck and allowed his gaze to trail after the 12th empty bottle sailing through the air before plummeting into the faraway sea. He then saw the majestic ring, the facility where he works. This was his first time gazing upon it with such a great height. Is he looking upon the Endfield Industries, I wonder? What is its purpose? Some kind of a underwater shelter? I think I heard it mentioned for the firing or launching of something. He started making wild guesses, but quickly restrained his surging thoughts. The existence of this facility had nothing to do with him. If he had taken the selection trials just a few months ago, before he lost his eye and his entire team in the battlefield, he might have seen the top secret work being carried out inside the place. But now he no longer felt the pride, nor the drive, of contributing to the future of humanity. Those virtues had been buried beneath his comrades' bones. He's now just a common deck scrubber. Who's my employer again? He thought, as he looked down at his work ID. Endfield Industries. Whatever. They're all the same. Enfield, UWST, TGCC, HAS. This place was filled with all sorts of people. The top brass of every faction gathered at this locale, far removed from the major threats, the theaters of war, to work on some mega projects again. It's probably going to end up failing. The front lines are collapsing one after another. Habitable areas are being squeezed out of existence. Can they really find something to turn the tide of defeat? Ugh, stop thinking about it. I'm just going to get a headache. If he were to live out his days without a care, he should take it to the extremes. But he still heard them talk behind his back. The only child of a proud family of soldiers, the rising young star who gave in to self-loathing, who willingly took up a deck scrubber's job so he could be as far away as he could from the battlefields. Oh yes, his ears caught wind of that every now and then. Honestly, if I was in this game as well, just as a regular NPC, I would be a deck scrubber. I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna be, don't put me in the battlefield, I'm not about to die. Right? I'd be like, let me just do the janitorial duties. I'm okay with that. As long as I get paid, as long as I can live my life peacefully, I will do that. Don't make me fight, I will die out there. He was surprised how these words could still hurt him. I'd be like, I don't give a shit. I honestly wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, just let me do the bare minimum. I'll wash the dishes, I don't care. I'll clean the toilets. That was why he came to this place to release himself, of course. That release inevitably evolved into a self-pity and many bottles of coal. The 13th empty bottle flew and fell into the sea. So, why did he feel so terrible? Was there something that he could not put to rest? Medals? He threw them away. His preferred weapon? He couldn't even remember where he buried it. Oh, yes, there is indeed something else. He took off his eye patch, then scooped out the thing that never warmed from his pocket. The prosthetic eye of gold and Origa crust stared at him from his palm. And the story passed down through the generations. The eye was fashioned out of gold rewarded by the emperors. His ancestors strode the fields in the battle of the 4 emperors and witnessed the fall of Gaul. Arknights! Sorry, Arknights lore. This is what happened in Arknights in Terra. The battle of the 4 emperors. This is before Arknights. This is before our OG Arknights. Yeah, Arknights lore. And then when Doctor awakens in Arknights, like the battle of the 4 emperors was already over and the fall of Gaul was already over as well. So like this was previous Arknights, like previous Arknights. It did not matter if they became powerful magnates or explorers of Terra. The eye was always handed down to the next in line. Reading mode on. Oh, I was like wondering what that was. He, the disgraced failure, was the last inheritor. The glory of the house shone through the pupil hemmed by the golden filigree, and it cast a spine-chilling glare into his soul. He clenched his fist and closed his fingers around the heirloom of the unbroken line, then cast it into the sea without hesitation. There. It is done. All clean and quiet. Would you guys do that as well? If it was you guys, right? And you're like, I have a family heirloom that's tying me down, right? It's making me have an identity crisis. Would you get rid of it? Even though it was like super expensive, passed down from like your ancestral line, from family generation to generation, you would sell it? Give it to a museum. I think like that's what I would do. I'd be like, this would give me nothing. Like, this is giving me no value at all. In fact, I feel burdened by this one thing. But, you know, I would give it to someone who might need it, who might appreciate it a lot more. I probably won't throw it into the sea. I need money to buy video games. What about money to buy food? Why is that a priority? The coal within him swirled and made him burp. That ring in the far distance looked more and more like a well. He remembered the wishing well he saw in a small village he chanced upon during his grand tour of Terra. People threw coins of gold and silver into the well and prayed for their wishes to come true. The price of the item casted into the well would determine the scope of the wish manifested. A bunch of fools. If that were true, what about the thing he just threw into the well? What wish could it hope to accomplish? The eye was a prized treasure that witnessed the fall of a great nation. Of great nations, transforming civilizations, carnage, rebirth, destruction, and perseverance. Would the well mold it into something else? Forget it. I'd rather sleep this off. He raised his hand and launched the 14th bottle into the air and followed its trail until it was held into stasis in midair. The wishing well had granted its response. A complete silence was followed by the emergence of an enormous crystal formation. The heavens were rent asunder and revealed a path of originium. Countless figures of grand majesty stood amongst the clouds by the end of the long road. A massive cosmic gate appeared behind them. What? So, like, something is actually happening. After he threw it into the well. Why, your majesties, why? Is it because I have cast away your gift? Because I abandoned my history and lineage and all my glories? His fallen comrades sprouted from the Originium road. They stretched out their withered limbs and shattered weapons, and did all they could to make him stay. Or he's just drunk. He's drunk at coal right now. So he took out a spear. Every carcass he pierced revealed a great many words. He bowed his head to read those weighty words and revealed them to be names. He saw the names of his father, his grandfather, the Pasha, the Pope, the Inquisitor, the frontiersmate, the miner. He followed the River of the Dead and walked past the historical figures, and finally, the emperors left their names upon the tip of the spear. With that, he raised the broken spear up high and made a great thrust against the giant gate before deafening roars woke him. Wait. Who is this? The great ring in the distance opened up the sky. The piercing spear, the monumental construct forged by every faction with every moment of despair, every sliver of hope, every weeping wound was thrust into the heavens above. And on whichever day the Dijang was successfully launched. What is going on here? It's me. Didn't the Endmin build the Dijang? Or is it someone else? Because this seems like the Endman story. This seems like it. Because Endman was the one that brought the Originium into Talos. But I'm like, we don't know anything about Endman right now. It could have been a past Endman. There's only one Endman. I mean, like the old Endman? Was this Endman's past? Because everyone was under the assumption that Endman was, you know, Doctor from Terra. But now this changes things, and now this tells us that Doctor and Endman were different people. Because, you know, generations passed and whatnot. So, like, they're probably from the same ancestral line? Question mark? I have no idea what is going on in this story. But this is interesting. It's interesting to, like, get a little bit of backstory as to, like, who created Dijiang by someone who is super depressed. So a depressed person, assuming that it could have been Endman, was drinking, got super drunk, ended up throwing an heirloom into the well, and then suddenly, they're like, Originium just sprouted out of nowhere, and they're like, alright, it's time to create Dijiang. Wasn't the theory in the internet that Endman is the priestess? It could be, actually, because the priestess is also human. So who knows? Who knows who the Endman was? Like, this is really interesting lore. We're learning things. Okay, I have to sit with this for a little bit. I just learned things. I just learned things about lore, and I have no idea what the hell is going on here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Are you human? I'm not. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon with elf ears. Alright, you know what? We're gonna end stream here. This is usually the time when I end stream, anyway. So I'm gonna take this time to just sit down and think about this. Cause what the hell was that? Alright guys, let's see who's streaming right now. Everything's lagging. We're gonna go right into Diablo 2 stream. We're gonna raid into Ube. Ube, he's super Filipino, playing Diablo 2. Where the hell? A lot of people are streaming today. And my entire computer is lagging right now. Oh, this is bad. Ooh. There we go. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm gonna go rest. I'm gonna go have some lunch. We'll be back with more Endfield. I will probably be reading through all of these on stream, actually, because some of these stories are really interesting, and I didn't even realize that we had weapon stories. So like what I've done in the previous streams is that we've read through some of the profiles. We didn't read through the entire archives, but we did go through profiles, like just operator profiles. But now knowing that there are weapon stories, I am definitely going to go through everything. I'm going through all of this. I think that's a little bit more fun than just, you know, pressing buttons, attacking, mashing buttons, killing things. Alright? Yeah, reading stream. Every single Endfield stream will be a reading stream from now on. Alright, bye guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. Tomorrow is a just chatting. We're just gonna be chilling here, yapping. Stream is still lagging. I apologize. This is what happens when I launch a game and like have 5,000 applications open at the exact same time. Alright, bye guys. Bye. Bye.